Recording here, and I'm also going to turn on the closed captioning for the recording as well. As I'm going over these norms, if you could please log into nearpod.com. The code is in the warm-up. It is also in the chat. There's a direct link in the warm-up though, so make sure that you're logging into Schoology first, completing that warm-up, and then clicking on that Nearpod link. All right, so when we are video conferencing, make sure that we're following these norms. Make sure that you're using your real first and last name when signing in. Teachers will only admit students that they know. When your video is on, make sure that you're dressed appropriately. Be mindful of your background. No eating during the session, please, and keep your devices still as possible during the session. Keep your microphone on mute until you are speaking. Be mindful of background noise. Turn off any sounds, TV, radio, music, etc. Be professional. Use the chat for comments relevant to the conversation. Thank you so much to everyone for being on time and actively participating in today's session. And just a reminder that the Colonial School District's Code of Conduct still applies even in distance learning environments. All right, so today's agenda, again, make sure that you're logging in, you're completing that warm-up. If you're looking for that Nearpod code or that Nearpod link, it is right there in the warm-up. And then for instructional time, I'm briefly going to go over the Contemporary Graphic Designer's Choice Project, which is due tonight at midnight. And then you're going to have plenty of work time to work on that today in class and hopefully get that done. If not, like I said, it is due at midnight, but I'll also go through that at the end of class as well. And then there is a ticket out that's also posted on Schoology. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to Nearpod. So you can go ahead and you can switch over to your Nearpod screen, and we're going to start off with how are you feeling today? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set 2 minutes here, and I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock, and then you can respond by either typing in a response or you can add a picture or a combination of the two. All right, about 1 more minute left on the timer there. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn off my timer over here and go over some of these responses. So somebody says that they are feeling good with the thumbs up. Somebody says, I'm feeling happy and kind of, I don't know why, bubbly with Klaus there from Umbrella Academy. Awesome. Somebody else is feeling tired. Somebody says, feel good that there's no school tomorrow. Yeah, so there's no school and no work tomorrow. It's always good when you don't have school and no work tomorrow. So it's not even an asynchronous day. You get to sleep in, free day off, and hopefully it's a nice day out and you get to go outside. Happy that there's no school tomorrow. Somebody else says, I'm feeling happy today because we don't have class tomorrow, so you get to sleep in. And then somebody says, I'm not done with that frustrated face. So hopefully you have time to work on that today. I'm going to go over that, though, in just a few minutes here. And then somebody else says that they are feeling good. And then somebody says, I don't even know anymore, which is awesome. Somebody had a question here that popped up, and it says, do you know when we are getting our first market period report cards? So it's my understanding that we have to turn grades in by Friday at like 4 o'clock or something. I'm going to have grades in by Thursday. So I'm not sure when the report cards are coming out. So I don't know what that looks like. I'm sorry. But if you want to contact your guidance counselor, they might know better than me. I just kind of pay attention to when my deadlines are, and I try to, get things in a little early. But if you could just double check between today and tomorrow, if you could just double check on Schoology, make sure everything's right. And then I'm going to go through it. I'm going to make sure all the columns match up in eSchool. Or home access on your end, and make sure that all of the columns and all of the grades are correct. So that's what takes so long for me, because I try to make sure everything's matching up, and I double and triple check all of those assignments, because I know that you all were working really hard to get those assignments in. All right, so I'm going to go over this briefly. I know I went over it yesterday, but I just wanted to make sure that you know that this is posted on Schoology. It's on the assignment, so just make sure that you are going through that, and you're making sure that you have these general expectations on there with the designer's full name, information about the artist, 3 works by the artist, 2 quotes from the artist, and a color picture of the artist if available. If not, a black and white picture is just fine. And then remember, you do need APA citations for this assignment. So I gave you 3 websites that you could use for your citations. The link to the websites are on there, as well as video instructions on how to use those websites as well. Those are live links if you click on the assignment on Schoology and you go through that slideshow on there. And then 50 points goes to design. So just make sure that you're carefully planning out your design for this. And again, you can read through that. That's on Schoology as well. And here's your choice board. So you can choose any one of these 6 projects. I've had a few of you contact me and ask me about different projects that you could do. So I'm pretty lenient on it. Like as long as you have all of these requirements on here, I'm perfectly fine if you want to do something outside the box, something different than what's on the choice board, but just contact me first to make sure. One thing that I will say that I did turn down was somebody wanted to choose a YouTube video that had all of that information in it, but the student did not make the YouTube video. So if that makes sense, you do have to create your own assignment. You can't just find a video that has all those requirements in it and turn in that video. You have to just make the assignment. All right, so again, you can choose from these 6. If you are somebody who needs like step-by-step directions, this infographic here, that has step-by-step instructions on it. Like there's a video, and I walk you through how to use canva.com, how to upload things, and how to format your infographic. If you're somebody who needs a template, you may want to use the informative slideshow. When you click on this, it's going to make a copy of a Google slideshow. And that Google slideshow is a template. You can change the color scheme, you can change whatever you need to in it, but it's meant to be like a drag and drop template. Just fill in the blanks and you'll have everything covered in there. So I just wanted to point out those 2 for you. But remember, you could also make a TED Talk, and animate a movie and explain everything, and a children's book as well. All right. Okay, so what questions do you have? If you don't have any questions, please type I'm good or no questions or any other fun way to let me know you don't have any questions. If there are no questions, we will move on when the timer has hit 1 minute. All right, so um, awesome quote from Klaus on here from the Umbrella Academy. That's why I was laughing there. But I do see, I don't see any other questions on here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on to the time to climb. I was addressing a question in the comments here, but I think I covered that. So if you did ask a question in the chat, just double check the chat because I tried to respond the best that I could there. So you can go ahead and you can choose your character here. So I'll give you a few seconds here, about 30 seconds to choose your character, and then I'm going to go ahead and click that start button. All right, about 20 more seconds to choose your character. All right, about 10 more seconds. Make sure that you choose your character. All right, hopefully everybody had a chance to choose their character there. I think we all have different characters today. All right, awesome, Adam. All right, awesome, Adam, Jose, and Allison. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go through attendance. While I'm going through attendance, real quick, I just wanted to go over this. I know that the due date does say tonight at midnight, but I just want to let you know that, if you do need Wednesday to work on this, you can use Wednesday. I can't give assignments out for Wednesday, so I can't say that it's due on Wednesday. But just know that, I don't take points off for things being late. So if you do need tomorrow to work on this, you can. That's perfectly okay. And just remember that you do need to submit this on Schoology as well. All right, so hopefully that makes sense for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn